Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we are focusing on Ron DeSantis this week. Ron DeSantis has made the top news headline, officially launching his 2024 presidential bid on said Twitter, basically breaking the potential Trump landslide. We had predicted Trump to be winning every state contest. That is not the case anymore. It says now we've seen some polls that California, Utah, Florida, Alabama, Missouri, North Dakota, some states are starting to go to DeSantis. However, Donald Trump having a good lead, over 60% ahead of DeSantis. So we're thinking, who's Ron DeSantis today? We're going to answer the question, who's Ron DeSantis? Why is he important? Why do people care about him? Why is he a big deal? So, first of all, we have to go through the history of Ron DeSantis, the electoral history of Ron DeSantis. So, we Ron DeSantis starts off in the in 2012. He enters U.S. politics in 2012, and you would think, oh, Ron DeSantis, 2012. I'd think he would be pretty popular, way longer, right? Well, not necessarily, because I mean, Ron DeSantis is very young. He's the second youngest uh, presidential candidate to run for president. However, and he's been in politics for over 10 years. So the 2012 was the first time for his first year in politics, winning the 2012 uh, pres- U.S. Senate election. No, not U.S. Senate, excuse me. House winning the 2012 election in Florida's 6th congressional district. He won a landslide of 57%, beating Heather Beavan by 42%. He held that seat. I would say that this seat, Florida's 6th congressional district, I'm going to have to take a look at that and put it here. Florida's 6th congressional district, I you'll see is right up there. Yeah, you have some cities. You have Palm Coast, Daytona Beach. Yeah, there's some urban areas up here. But yeah, this is Ron DeSantis' district, the district that he formerly represented. So, and yeah, here's the voting history. You'll see it voted 58% for Donald Trump. So it is a big historical voting county, not county, a district here. So of course it elected Ron DeSantis as its new representative, 57%. You'll see Republican primary for that election. Same, Ron DeSantis barely got nominated. He won by I would say he did pretty good against Fred Costello to seek and won the nomination for Florida's 6th congressional district, representing the Republicans, and he managed to beat the Democratic nominee, Heather Beavan. The 2014, there was no primary held. DeSantis won the nomination pretty much unopposed, and now he is more exposed, having 2 years in politics. Ron DeSantis pretty much is more experienced than the Democratic nominee, David Cox. You'll see here, he is very well favored in Florida's 6th congressional district. Yes, 6th congressional district. I was thinking it was 5th for a minute. So yeah, you'll see where DeSantis is very well favored. DeSantis sees 62% of the popular vote compared to David Cox's 37%. So very conservative district indeed. Ron DeSantis easily getting reelected. 2016, Ron DeSantis is I believe endorsed by Trump. But I think he endorses Trump, Ron DeSantis. in this election. But this is the 2016, the MAGA election, as we like to call it, where Donald Trump wins the presidential election. Ron DeSantis also wins re-election to a third term, beating Bill McCullough here by 58%. Yes, it's less of a win. It's not as good as DeSantis's 2014 win, but it's still a win is a win. Going down, we got, here's the primaries, of course. 61% Ron DeSantis seizing primary win, easily winning re-election, renomination, excuse me. But then Ron DeSantis is like, he's up for re-election in 2018 for the U.S. House of Representatives. He says, nah, I served 3 terms in the U.S. House of Representatives, representing Florida's 6th congressional district. I think I'm good. I'm going to run for the governor because Rick Scott, he already served 2 terms. He cannot serve a 3rd term because guess what? Unlike we Minnesotans, Florida has a term limits. I mean, Minnesota, our governor, he can keep running if he wants to. But in Florida, no, you have term limits. We want to make sure everyone gets a chance to be governor. So here, Ron DeSantis is pretty popular. But we will see in this election that Ron DeSantis is this is a very, very close race. 2018 was supposedly a blue wave. You would think, Andrew Gillum would win. Well, this was pretty much the closest race, I believe. Yeah, this is the closest race, gubernatorial race in the 2018 election. I want to see the opinion polling here. Yes, there was, according to most polls, were saying that Andrew Gillum would most likely win this election. You'll see that the more left-wing 538 had decisively predicted likely Democrat. And you'll see here most polls are leaning in the favor of Gillum. And the thing is, people really did think Gillum would win because why? Well, Gillum, this was a blue wave. This was the blue wave 2018. We saw hundreds of votes going in for Democrats in both the gubernatorial, House of Representatives, and U.S. Senate elections. But Ron DeSantis, I think the Democrats got a little overconfident in Florida, and this is what led to Ron DeSantis' victory in an upset victory here for Ron DeSantis. He was predicted to lose big. Ron DeSantis won the primary by 56%. You'll see the red counties won by Ron DeSantis. You'll see Ron DeSantis performs well in urban areas, does very well in urban areas, except for Tampa. But yeah, these red counties went for DeSantis against his opponent, Adam Putnam, winning 36%. So yeah, Ron DeSantis killed it in this election, 56%. That's a pretty good win. Yeah, and you'll see Ron DeSantis winning by a margin of 0.3%. That's 0.4%. And then we have his 2022 win. And you're going to see, wow, compared to his 2018 win to 2022, Ron DeSantis killed it. It was like, how did he manage to get all the people, a whole bunch of Gilman, I believe, supporters, and have him go vote for Ron DeSantis? Oh, sure, of course, there was Charlie Crist, the former Republican governor of Florida. You would think, oh, yeah, but here's the thing. Democrats didn't like what Crist did. Crist did conservative stuff. Of course, he would be, if he was a Republican, he would totally be a rhino. He is definitely a very left wing guy. But back then, he seemed to be more of a moderate Republican, and a lot of Floridians and a lot of Republicans seemed to respect that. And more Democrats, they were okay with it, but they preferred their own guy. You'll see Chris managed to win the primaries. You'll see Ron DeSantis easily getting renominated. Yeah, Chris easily won the primaries by 59%. I think the Democrats, yeah, they chose a good guy. Well, Chris was pretty bad in this election. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you'll see the swing by county. He killed it. So this is the source. Yeah. They don't have a map. Of course, Ron DeSantis, he annihilated it. I think he was the only one running. So, yeah. Ron DeSantis beating Charlie Crist, the former GOP governor, by 59%. That's a landslide win. And yes, and it's mind blowing how Florida went from this, literally Ron DeSantis winning by 0.4 margin, to now DeSantis winning a huge bucket load of like 22 or 23% of a margin. Anyway, yes. So that's the electoral history of Ron DeSantis. As you can see, from 2012 to 2022, Ron DeSantis has served in 2 state elections, served in the state of Florida. He is now running in the 2024 presidential election. Does he have a chance to win? Can he beat the all unpopular Donald Trump and snatch the nomination from him? What do you guys think? Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.